So this is another Stuff I Own, and this time we have Indiana Jones. And although Indiana Jones isn't really a comic book character, I actually do have a comic book with Indiana Jones that came out. I believe it's for the Temple of Doom. But the reason I wanted to show this one is because I think it just looks so neat. So this is Mezco again, and obviously Harrison Ford. And so you can determine whether you think that's a good interpretation. The hat is it removable? I believe it's removable. Maybe not. I'm not going to damage the figure. I thought it was removable. But I'm not going to remove it. But there is another head there's actually, I believe, two other heads, and one is without the hat. But a few things about this figure. The fabrics are all really, really nice, and they feel authentic. They look authentic. The leather jacket feels kind of like leathery. It's got some wiring in here. Now the belt here, I will say, is not real in the sense that it is a solid plastic loop. But yeah, it looks. This might be metal. These little things here might be metal. But wow, does it look nice for a 1/12 scale 6-inch figure. This looks and feels fantastic. Now, this figure came with a ton of extras, and I did keep some of them out. Usually I put almost everything away. In this case, this is, in fact, the whole thing here really was based on the opening scene with the giant boulder, although the boulder was not one of the extras. But we have the gold idol. This, I'm going to take this. So this is kind of a, I'm going to say it is a bit of a cheap plastic. And it does stand, but it's not fantastic. This is nice. This is like polystone or something. It's heavy. And I think it would be cool if this pushed down. It doesn't push down. It kind of looks like it would, but it doesn't. And this feels like moss. Very neat. And it's got some really intricate design on here. Very nice. He came with several whips, had a gun. There were cobwebs, if you can remember, in there. He got cobwebs all over his back, so you can lay the cobwebs on his back. There was a torch and even some blow darts from the part in the opening sequence where the blow darts come out of the wall and one embeds itself into his torch. And so you can reproduce that. But I think that all of the tailoring on here is fantastic. And I don't know if they're going to ever do any. Well, they did one other Indiana Jones figure, which was, I can't remember, it's that evil German general who's kind of following him around. Or I don't know that he's a general, but so they did two characters. And who knows, they might do Indiana Jones from some of the other movies. I don't really care if they do the older Indiana Jones from the last two movies, because I didn't really like the Crystal Skull at all. I didn't watch the latest one, but I mean, he kind of looks the same in each movie, unless he does maybe his dress whites from the Temple of Doom. He pretty much keeps the same look. So sometimes Mezco does a figure, and then later on they come out with another figure. So who knows? They might do another one. I thought that this holster was here, that it was kind of oddly placed, but when I watched the movie, no, that's kind of how it looks. But yeah, I think that's what really, let's get in here close to look at it. That's what really kind of did this for me, is just how realistic this looks. And in the promotional pics where they'd show this and then they'd have the whole background set up, it was darn hard to tell that this was a figure and not the actor in an actual movie scene, because it looked so authentic. Obviously, you could tell here because he's standing in a scene of just cardboard, but Mezco would sit there and create a whole beautiful background for these figures, and boy, did it look authentic. So that is Indiana Jones from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the first Indiana Jones movie by Mezco.